Update: I, 29F, uncovered a major lie from my partner, 31M, at the hospital. A lot has happened, and it's a developing situation. As everyone speculated, it was alcohol abuse that caused everything. They think his liver could heal itself with steroids and obviously never drinking again. I broke up with him. I wrote the original post right when I got home. I knew in my heart that our relationship was over, but I needed to hear how insane it would be for it to not be a deal breaker. Thank you all for that. I read each and every comment several times. That said, I am still very much involved in making sure he receives care and have no intention of changing that. I waited a full day before I started telling people. My sister was in the middle of a 2-day interview, and I didn't want to distract her more than she already was. I called her 15 minutes after she was done and told her everything. I managed to get an emergency appointment with my therapist, so he was next to know. It was mostly just me sobbing as I got the story out, but he helped me plan my next steps. After that, I got my 3 closest friends together, who have known him the entire time, and told them. It made me feel so loved, even as my heart is in a million pieces. Last, I went to tell my parents. They knew something was up because I used a Redditor's advice and started saying VA benefits are not an option, and I would explain everything soon when they tried to talk about it. They were not nearly as upset as I expected. My dad even hit me with the "I'm not mad, I'm disappointed, not with me, with him." Initially, they were worried for my safety, but that's not currently an issue. We came up with a plan on how we were going to transition my family, leading the way with this over to his. I kept going to the hospital every day and talked with him about it more. I let him know that I still cared for him and wanted to see him healthy, but there was zero chance of us getting back together. I told him I was sad that he never gave me the opportunity to love him for him and that he deserved that for himself in the future. He was very sad and remorseful. I felt bad saying this to him given his circumstances. Thursday, he was discharged from the hospital and went home with his dad. He had only told his dad he needed a ride, so that was awkward. I left out the details but told him I had uncovered several lies and that I had been enabling him and had to walk away for both of us. That night, my dad talked with his mom and gave her all the doctor talk, like how he still may need a new liver. He left the conversation feeling confident she understood how sick he was and that she would step in. That made me feel better too. Tonight, I took his prescriptions to his dad's house because they were filled by me. My friends said I shouldn't be doing that, but I'm so glad I did. Tonight, he was in full-blown alcohol withdrawal. He was writhing around on the floor in pain while his dad and stepmom sat with him. They did not understand how dangerous of a situation he was in. I went to work saying all the scary things I could, like he is at risk of seizures and alcohol withdrawal is the most dangerous withdrawal. It took about an hour, but they started making moves to take him to the ER. I got him dressed, and his dad and I carried him to the car. I did not go to the ER with them and went to see my parents to update them. Shortly after, I get a text saying they are in the ER trying to save his life. He had to be resuscitated but is now, relatively speaking, stable. He is in the ICU and will be on propofol while he gets through the worst of it. I'm really afraid that this is going to be the last time I see him. I feel guilty that I had no idea he was still drinking. I just couldn't fathom it given how sick he had been. I wish I would have gotten him into rehab months ago instead of wasting time thinking it was stress and PTSD. I really just want him to be okay.
If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button and comment down below your thoughts. Also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this.